Here are 10 players who will play their last World Cup in 2026. 4 years ago in Qatar, many people thought he might retire from international football immediately after that victory. Instead, Messi decided to keep playing because he wanted to enjoy the games without the heavy pressure he felt before. Now, approaching his 39th birthday, he is playing club football for Inter Miami in the United States. This means the 2026 World Cup will take place in the region where he currently lives and plays. The Argentina national team, managed by Lionel Scaloni, has changed the way they play to help Messi perform at his best. This tournament will likely be his last appearance for Argentina, and he enters it as the defending champion, looking to add one more positive memory to his record. The Portuguese forward is 41 years old, which is a very rare age for an outfield player at this level of football. Ronaldo currently plays for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, where he recently extended his contract. Portugal's national team coach, Roberto Martinez, has confirmed that Ronaldo is still an important part of the squad. The team has many talented younger players, like Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, and Rafael Leao, but Ronaldo remains a key figure in the dressing room and on the pitch. The World Cup is the only major trophy that Ronaldo has not won in his long career. Winning it in 2026 would complete his record, making this a very important tournament for him personally. It will be very interesting to see how the coach manages his playing time during the group stages.
The Croatian midfielder will be 40 years old when the tournament begins. Modric recently moved to AC Milan in Italy after a long career at Real Madrid. Modric has been the most important player for Croatia for over 10 years. He helped them reach the World Cup final in 2018 and finish in third place in 2022. The team still relies heavily on his ability to keep the ball and control the speed of the game. This will be the last time fans get to see him control the midfield for his country on the global stage.
Neymar is 34 years old and is currently playing for his former club, Santos, in the Brazilian league. Because Neymar has dealt with many serious injuries throughout his career, he has lost some of his speed and has started playing more as a creative midfielder than a fast winger. The Brazil national team is now managed by Carlo Ancelotti, and Neymar is working hard to prove that he is fit enough to be included in the squad for the World Cup. Reports from Brazil suggest that Neymar is willing to accept a smaller role, such as coming off the bench as a substitute, just to help the team.
De Bruyne will be 34 years old during the tournament. The Belgian midfielder recently left Manchester City and joined Napoli in the Italian league. De Bruyne is one of the last remaining players from Belgium's so-called golden generation. This group of players was expected to win a major tournament, but they never reached a final. With many of his former teammates now retired from the national team, De Bruyne has a big responsibility to lead the new players. His passing ability and vision on the field are still among the best in the world.
Mohamed Salah continues to play for Liverpool in the English Premier League until this season. Salah is widely considered the best player in Egypt's history, but he has not had much success in international tournaments. Egypt has lost multiple Africa Cup of Nations finals, and they usually struggle to get past the group stages in the World Cup. Salah wants to change that record in 2026. With the tournament expanding to include 48 teams, Egypt has a better chance to advance to the knockout rounds. The national team relies heavily on Salah to score goals and create opportunities on counterattacks. If Salah can lead his team to a few wins in the later stages of the competition, it will be a great way to finish his international career and give his country a reason to celebrate.
Son Heung-min recently left Tottenham Hotspur after spending 10 years playing in England. He joined Los Angeles FC in Major League Soccer, which means he is now living and playing in the United States. Son is the captain of South Korea and holds the record for the most appearances for his country. He has played in 3 World Cups before, experiencing both early exits and exciting wins. As the most famous Asian player of his generation, Son will want to perform well. He has said in the past that playing for his country is his biggest honor, and he will want to leave a strong mark in what will almost certainly be his last tournament on the global stage.
Virgil van Dijk plays for Liverpool and is the captain of the Netherlands national team. Recently, he broke the record for the most games played as captain for the Dutch national team during a qualifying match against Lithuania, showing how important he is to the squad. Van Dijk missed the 2020 European Championship because of a bad knee injury, which means he lost some time playing for his country during his best years. However, he is still a very smart defender who reads the game well and organizes the players around him. The Netherlands has a good mix of young attackers and experienced defenders. Van Dijk will be the leader of the defense, trying to help his country win their first World Cup after losing in the final 3 times in their history.
Sadio Mane will be playing his last World Cup for the Senegal national team. The 34-year-old forward plays for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, where he plays alongside Cristian Ronaldo. Mane has been the most important player for Senegal for many years, helping them win the Africa Cup of Nations in 2022 and qualify for multiple World Cups. While he may not have the exact same speed he had when he played for Liverpool a few years ago, his ability to score goals and his leadership skills are very important. Senegal hopes to advance past the group stage and make a deep run in the knockout rounds. Mane will be the key player in their attack, taking on defenders and creating chances for the last time at a World Cup.
Harry Kane is the captain of England national team, and at 32 years old, this will likely be his last World Cup while still playing at a very high level. Kane plays for Bayern Munich in Germany and is the all-time leading goal scorer for England. The national team is now managed by Thomas Tuchel, who has changed the team's style to be more attacking. England will start their tournament against Croatia, and they are considered one of the favorites to win the whole competition. Kane has scored many goals in his career and won individual awards, but he wants to win a major team trophy with England to complete his record.
Here are top 5 countries likely to win the 2026 World Cup. Number 5, the defending champion, Argentina. A storybook ending by winning their 3rd World Cup. Now, they arrive in the United States looking to defend their crown. Manager Lionel Scaloni has done a brilliant job of keeping his team motivated and tactically sharp. He built a system that perfectly balances aggressive midfield pressing with the freedom needed for their attacking players to create clear chances. The biggest talking point surrounding Argentina is obviously Lionel Messi. At 38 years old, he's entering what is widely expected to be his final World Cup. Because he now plays his club football in the United States, he is already perfectly adjusted to the travel schedules, the climate, and the stadiums where the tournament will be held. While Messi may not run as much as he did 10 years ago, his passing and vision remain totally unmatched. Scaloni has surrounded him with younger, energetic players like Julian Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez, and Alexis McAllister, who willingly do the heavy running to cover the spaces and win the ball back. Moving to number 4, we have Brazil. No World Cup conversation is complete without mentioning the 5-time champions. Brazil enters every single tournament with the absolute expectation of winning, and the pressure from their fans and media is always immense. They have gone over 2 decades without lifting the trophy, and they view the 2026 tournament as the perfect opportunity to finally end that long drought. The current Brazilian squad is packed with elite attacking talent. Vinicius Jr. has firmly established himself as the main star of the team. His ability to beat defenders, create space, and score crucial goals makes him a nightmare for any opposing defense. Along him, players like Rafinha provide excellent support on the wings. The team is currently managed by Carlo Ancelotti, who took over and brought a much-needed sense of calm to a squad that had gone through a period of coaching uncertainty. He focuses on a balanced approach, ensuring that their natural attacking flair is supported by a solid defensive foundation anchored by reliable players like Marquinhos. At number 3, we find England. The English national team has been knocking on the door of international success for a very long time. They have reached semifinals and finals in recent major tournaments, but have always fallen just short at the final hurdle. In a massive move to finally get over the line, England hired Thomas Tuchel as their manager. Bringing in a highly successful foreign coach signals that England is ready to add a ruthless, tactical edge to their undeniable wealth of talent. Tuchel inherits what might be the most complete squad in international football today. Jude Bellingham has grown into a dominant force in the midfield, capable of controlling the pace of games and scoring vital goals. Harry Kane remains one of the most reliable strikers on the planet, bringing elite finishing and playmaking abilities to the forward line. Players like Phil Foden, Bukayo Saka, and Declan Rice ensure that England has world-class options in almost every single position on the field.
Tuchel is known for building highly organized defensive systems while allowing his attacking players the freedom to express themselves, which sounds like the perfect recipe for navigating a long, exhausting international tournament. Number 2, Spain. The Spanish national team has completely rebuilt itself over the past few years. After claiming the European Championship, they arrive in North America full of confidence and clear tactical direction under manager Luis de la Fuente. For a long time, Spain was known strictly for a style of play that focused heavily on keeping the ball with endless short passes, sometimes struggling to actually score. While they still value possession and control the center of the pitch better than almost anyone, they have added a new, highly dangerous element to their game: direct speed on the wings. This change is largely driven by their incredible young talents, specifically Lamine Yamal. Even though he is still a teenager, Yamal has established himself as one of the most effective wingers in the world. He brings a level of unpredictability and speed that Spain lacked in previous tournaments. Alongside players like Nico Williams and a solid midfield controlled by Rodri, Spain can hurt opponents in multiple ways. They can slowly break down a defensive team, or they can strike quickly on a fast counterattack. Finally, at number 1, France. Since winning the tournament in 2018 and reaching the final 4 years later, France has remained the most consistently terrifying team in the world. Manager Didier Deschamps has faced occasional criticism from fans for playing a practical, safe style of football, but his results are absolutely undeniable. He knows exactly how to navigate a long tournament, and he perfectly understands how to get the maximum output from his squad without burning them out in the early rounds. The French advantage starts with Kylian Mbappe.
The curse.
At 27 years old, Mbappe is currently in the absolute prime of his athletic career, despite the fact that his team has not won any titles for the past 2 years. His combination of blistering speed, clinical finishing, and a big game mentality makes him the single most dangerous attacking player on earth. But France is much more than just one superstar forward. They possess an intimidating level of squad depth across the entire pitch. If a starting midfielder gets injured or suspended, they can bring in a substitute who starts for a top European club. The new 8-game format heavily favors a team that can rotate players without losing any overall quality, and nobody does that better than France. What are your thoughts on the 2026 World Cup that starts in a month? Comment down on what country will win the World Cup.
Here are the top 5 official World Cup balls. Be sure to stay tuned till the end and comment which ball is your favorite. Jabulani. This ball is remembered almost entirely for the unprecedented chaos it caused, rather than its intended engineering triumphs. Created for the 2010 tournament in South Africa with a groundbreaking 8 thermally bonded panels, it was heavily marketed as the roundest ball ever produced. It falls to the final spot because this extreme aerodynamic smoothness resulted in a highly erratic and unpredictable flight path at high speeds, causing absolute nightmares for goalkeepers attempting to track long shots. While it occasionally produced spectacular swerving goals, its fundamental failure to behave predictably forced manufacturers to completely rethink their approach to ball design, making it historically significant for all the wrong reasons. Fever Nova. Taking the 4th position, this ball is celebrated more for its bold aesthetic rebellion than its absolute technical perfection. Released for the 2002 tournament hosted by South Korea and Japan, it was the first official match ball to completely break away from the traditional interlocking circle design that had defined the sport since the late 70s. It lands lower on the list because, while the refined synthetic foam layer made it noticeably lighter and more responsive, some players found its flight characteristics slightly difficult to control. Nevertheless, its colorful graphic featuring a golden triangle and red flame motif perfectly captured the innovative spirit of the tournament, making it a highly memorable, if slightly flawed, leap forward. Al Rila. This ball is recognized primarily for pushing the boundaries of match equipment into the digital age, rather than just seeking aerodynamic design. Debuting at the 2022 tournament in Qatar, the ball featured a visually striking pearlescent skin, but its true value lies in the sophisticated suspension system housed inside. It takes this 3rd position because it contained a central motion sensor transmitting precise tracking data hundreds of times per second, seamlessly integrating with new semi-automated offside technology. While visually and structurally sound, its legacy is cemented by how this invisible internal innovation forever altered how crucial officiating decisions are made on the global stage. Teamgeist.
This ball completely discarded the traditional 32-panel construction that players had grown accustomed to for decades. Used during the 2006 tournament in Germany, designers reduced the number of panels to just 14 and utilized advanced thermal bonding rather than traditional stitching. It earns this high placement because it marked the definitive beginning of the modern era of match balls, creating a much smoother, nearly perfectly round surface. This drastic reduction in seams aimed to provide a highly predictable flight path, forever shifting the industry's focus towards intense aerodynamic testing and synthetic manipulation.
Brazuca. This model represents the perfect balance between modern engineering and reliable on-pitch performance. Introduced for the 2014 tournament in Brazil, it was designed specifically to correct the severe aerodynamic flaws of its predecessor by reducing the panel count to 6 and adding a heavy microtexture. This structural correction is exactly why it ranks first, as extensive testing by hundreds of professional players ensured it behaved predictably in the air, restoring vital confidence among goalkeepers. Beyond its technical redemption, its vibrant ribbon-like design beautifully mirrored the traditional wishbands worn in the host country, creating a functionally flawless and culturally resonant piece of equipment.
Here are the World Cup champions in the 21st century.
Brazil. Securing their 5th championship in 2002, this team traveled to South Korea and Japan and dominated the tournament with an unforgettable attacking trio. The squad was built around the incredible offensive talents of Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho, who played with a distinct flair and creativity. The victory served as a massive redemption story for Ronaldo, who had suffered a mysterious health issue right before the previous final in 1998. By winning all 7 of their matches in regulation time, the team cemented a legacy of joyful, unstoppable attacking football that remains a benchmark in the sport's history. Italy. Claiming the trophy in 2006 on German soil, the squad relied heavily on tactical discipline and an almost impenetrable defense. The domestic football scene back home was engulfed in a massive match-fixing scandal right as the tournament began, placing intense pressure on the players. Instead of collapsing, the team rallied together under the leadership of their captain, Fabio Cannavaro, who delivered a masterclass in defending throughout the month. They conceded only 2 goals in the entire competition, an own goal and a penalty, ultimately defeating France in a dramatic final shootout to earn their 4th world title. Spain. Emerging victorious in 2010 during the first tournament held on the African continent, this team revolutionized modern football with a distinct style known as tiki-taka. By utilizing short, rapid passes and maintaining overwhelming possession of the ball, they essentially starved their opponents of any chance to attack. Interestingly, they lost their opening match of the group stage, which usually spells disaster, but they recovered to win every subsequent knockout game by a narrow 1-0 margin. The campaign concluded with a grueling final against the Netherlands, settled late in extra time to give the nation its very first global championship. Germany. Taking the crown in 2014, this cohesive unit traveled to Brazil and demonstrated incredible efficiency, teamwork, and physical conditioning. Rather than relying on a single superstar, the squad operated as a well-oiled machine, carefully constructed over a decade of youth development reforms back home. Their defining moment came in the semifinals, where they shockingly dismantled the host nation, Brazil, with a historic 7-1 victory that stunned the watching world. They followed that up by defeating Argentina in extra time, becoming the first European nation to ever win the tournament on South American soil. France. Capturing their 2nd title in 2018 in Russia, this team combined pragmatic defensive stability with devastating speed on the counterattack. The roster was incredibly deep and featured a mix of seasoned veterans and explosive young talent, most notably a teenage Kylian Mbappé, who became the first teenager to score in a final since Pelé. The manager, Didier Deschamps, crafted a system that did not always require dominating possession, but rather capitalized ruthlessly on opponent mistakes. Their victory culminated in a high-scoring final against Croatia, establishing a new era of dominance for the national program. Argentina. Winning the Winter Tournament of 2022. In Qatar, this campaign was largely defined by the emotional journey of their captain, Lionel Messi. Much like Spain in 2010, the team suffered a shocking defeat in their opening match, this time against Saudi Arabia, which forced them to treat every remaining game as an elimination final.
The squad developed a resilient, aggressive playing style that perfectly supported their legendary forward, creating an intense bond with the massive crowds of traveling supporters. The championship was decided in an incredibly dramatic final against France, ending in a penalty shootout that finally delivered the nation its third star.
Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Comment your thoughts on who will win the 2026 World Cup.
Tschüss.